If you ask any white farmer, I've been out there. I am South African born and raised, and obviously American now, as you pointed out. But if you go out there to their farms and to their ranches, they have security systems. They have installed systems where they can go to help each other because they know that nobody else is coming. And what happens is when, you can imagine when you go to a farm in the middle of nowhere, what happens? People can come in and they can take their time. So they boil people alive. They gang women in their 80s. There is so much evidence of the atrocities that have been carried out.
So we've been covering the South African refugee story for a couple of weeks now, and we've been showing a lot of videos about the people in political power actually chanting certain things about a certain group. But of course, the Democrats and the media are out there saying, this is all fake. These people aren't refugees. Why is Donald Trump doing all this? Because of course, he's obviously a white supremacist. But what we're going to see today is Donald Trump absolutely silencing the entire room and going completely savage on the South African president over these exact same accusations. But before we get to these clips, don't forget to like and comment on this video so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
What will it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
Well, I can answer that for the president. It's for him. No, seriously.
I'd rather have him answer.
Yeah, I'd rather answer. It will be.
My president will respond to you.
Yeah, let me.
Thank you, Mr. President.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on around a quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But, Mr. President, I must say that we have, wait. We have thousands of stories talking about it.
Sure.
And we have documentaries, we have news stories. And that. Is Natalie here, somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things. And it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And turn the lights down. Turn the lights down and just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South Africa, occupy land. That's who we are. Honorable member, can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament? Honorable. Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. To kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who's killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road you have crosses. Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen.
Why wouldn't you arrest that man? That man said, kill the white farmers, kill the white farmers. And then he danced, and he's dancing, and it's kill the white farmers. I'm not sure, but I think if somebody got up in Parliament and started saying kill a certain group of people, he would be arrested very quickly. That man is going all over South Africa, and that's not a small party. That was a stadium that holds 100,000 people, and I hardly saw an empty seat. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of representation.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation
I don't
we've just
know.
seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know.
But you know that there are
Pick
black
anyone.
people who are
White
dying
South
the most.
Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what it is. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it.
We're going to.
But this is and the people that are being killed in large numbers. And you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going. I guess on a Sunday morning they told me to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off. They died violently, and I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here, but I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake like NBC, which is fake news, totally one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible, but if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it, but the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it.
That is so true. How many reporters do you think in that room ever saw any of those clips before? And by the way, those are the exact same clips I have been showing you in all of my videos, okay? It's nothing new. The information has been out there. Of course, what this means is that Donald Trump is basically getting his information from Twitter as well. Sorry, from X, okay? Because that's where all of the relevant new information is coming from. Not from the mainstream media, the legacy media, right? They're done, they're over, they're bought and paid for. Nobody trusts them anymore because they're not giving any new up-to-date information. They're probably seeing all of this for the first time, and I have to wonder, what in the world is their response going to be? But of course, all of this started off with the simple question: how can they convince Donald Trump that there's no white genocide going on in South Africa? And you have the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, coming out and saying, well, we just have to sit down and talk. That's the way we're going to convince Donald Trump that, yeah, none of this is actually happening. However, of course, Donald Trump brought the receipts, turned down the lights, get the proper mood to actually show the dangers that the white farmers, the Boer, are facing over there in South Africa, okay? Here's all of the chants, here's the song, here's the dances that the opposition party, the EFF, is actually performing. And of course, what Cyril is trying to say is that, hey, they're actually a very small minority party. Wrong. They are the fourth largest party of over a dozen in South Africa. And of course, they are communists to boot. And what are they saying? Oh, we want to shoot the Boer, shoot the farmer. And by the way, that is actually a song, come to find out, that was very popular during apartheid. But guess what? Apartheid is over, and they're still singing it as laws are being passed in South Africa to go ahead and confiscate land. But don't worry, none of that is actually happening. It's just a threat from the future that may or may not ever come to pass, even though we have documented proof of the savage attacks as Donald Trump was handing to President Cyril over there, okay? So yes, what is the mainstream going to do now that it's been thrust in all of their faces, and all of their claims of Donald Trump being a racist are blowing up in their faces, and all of this, of course, is being revealed to be 100% true. But don't worry, maybe we'll hear more about Joe Biden's second cancer or something just to cover up this story. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and say hi to your mom for me. Do you like t-shirts? Of course you do. And now you can support the channel by buying an Angry Teacher t-shirt designed by me, Angry Teacher. So if you like America, if you like freedom, if you like liberty, then go ahead and click the link in the description, where all designs, of course, are 100% mother approved. So enjoy yourself and find something you like today.